Kevin Samuels got a lot of love and also a lot of hate from black people all over social media. But in particular, he got a lot of hate from black women here on YouTube, especially ladies like Cynthia G. There were the divester crowds. And then, of course, Cynthia G. Now, Cynthia G refers to black men on here as bandits, refers to black men as some of the most insane, rude, obscene names you can think of. But I want to prove to you today that even Cynthia G believes that Kevin Samuels is right, and she's actually been scamming her audience the entire time. Because, hey, what we're about to look at right now is visual evidence of what she said last month on Stormy Monroe's interview that proves that Cynthia G knows exactly what Kevin Samuels was talking about. Now, in this particular clip, she's going to be discussing Kim Kardashian, a non-black woman, and talk about how she has 4 kids and she can never get a high-value man. Let me play this clip here, and then we'll come back.
I mean, look at Kim Kardashian. Has Kim Kardashian landed a billionaire white man who's showing interest, or who was even financially close to the level of Kanye West, although Kanye West is not a prize? And I don't think Kim Kardashian was with him because she thinks she's the prize. I think she saw it as a huge financial opportunity, which it turned out to obviously be that. But she's now crying and complaining because she's strapped down with these, she got 4 kids? 4 biracial children.
4 biracial children by a bipolar man that is not around 80% of the time.
Right. And who we can visibly see running around being a huge, Kanye West is a very public person. So Kim Kardashian, not only will she be looked down upon for choosing a black man, but look at the type of black. This is not even a mentally stable black man. This is an erratic, impulsive, all over the place, unpredictable. You don't know what inappropriateness is going to come out of his mouth on a daily basis. And this is the man that you chose to tie yourself to. So yeah, she can get with a Pete Davidson, who has chump change in comparison to what Kim Kardashian makes. But is she going to get a high quality white man that's sought after? Absolutely
nope.
Not.
She couldn't go get married to Tom Brady. Not at all.
No. And even if they did, they would hide the fact. They wouldn't allow her to come out publicly and say it, because it's really, that's what you got with. She's literally on film sucking a black dick. They'll try to reform Kim Kardashian's reputation. Yeah, they'll try to help her reform her reputation as a white woman, which is what they're doing now. They're trying to put her as this legal advocate and savior of all black people who fell prey to the prison industrial complex. They'll try to do that for her, put her as a white savior to the black community. If that was loud on my speaker, sorry to anybody, might now actually hit the speaker. But are they going to look at her as a viable option? No, they're not going to do that with any of the Kardashians. None of them. Maybe Kendall, but that's the only one.
That's the only one I can see.
Now, Cynthia G sounds very Kevin Samuels-like, doesn't she? This is exactly what she's saying. It's almost like it was Kevin Samuels speaking through her, because she can look at it objectively if it's a non-black woman referring to white men. Because, hey, Cynthia G believes that white men have a standard, and being that Kim Kardashian has these kids by a black man, a white man won't accept this. But I want you to listen to this next clip. Kevin Samuels is saying the exact same thing to this lady, and I want you to see if what he's saying is different from what she's saying.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm good. So,
how old are you?
I'm 30.
All right. Any children?
Yes, I do. I have 2 girls, 2 daughters.
So what do you think about the subject of sharing a man?
Absolutely not. I don't agree with that. I don't think and it won't work. It just won't work, especially if you're a woman who, you just got standards for certain things. You're just not going for it. You require his time. You require a lot from him. So how could you ever be happy with yourself trying to settle with a man with another woman? That would make you so miserable. If you thought you was miserable before, you're going to be miserable.
How many different fathers?
I have 2 baby daddies. 2 fathers, yeah.
Do you hear what's coming out of your mouth?
I do.
A man has to share you with 2 other men who got kids out of you.
Yes, absolutely.
Listen. Why?
But I'm not sleeping with those men. Okay.
I let you speak.
Yeah.
You're far too animated about this because you know you're wrong. When you come to the marketplace, you've already been shared by 2 different men, and they got DNA evidence. What does a woman who has 2 kids by 2 different men think that? This is what I mean. Y'all were taught that we owe y'all everything. Your value, okay. What do you think your value is relative to the market? If an average woman is here, what do you think your value is?
If an average woman is there, I think my value will still be on average. And I'm just being honest, because regardless if I have 2 baby fathers or 4 baby fathers, well, I won't necessarily say 4, but regardless of the fact, I'm a damn good woman. And I'm going to hold myself up here regardless of the...
Ma'am. Don't talk to me about your feelings. Let's talk about the math.
Yeah, we're talking
If an average
about
woman
it
is here.
You asked me, and that's my
Okay, so you can't do that.
That's okay.
Man, I don't know you. If you got to overtalk, you're losing.
I'm listening.
Okay, if an average childless woman is here,
mm-hmm.
You're saying your value is on par with her. How can that be?
Because
according to the math, you have 2 children.
Yeah.
Does that increase your value?
Can I explain?
Do children increase your value to the market?
If they're good kids.
No.
If they're well-behaved kids.
I'm trying to be respectful, man. I'm trying to be goddamn respectful. Stop it. Check that shit. Man, I'll let you speak. This will go off the rails. This will go off the rails, ma'am. I don't do that.
Because you didn't let me answer.
Ma'am, you're not answering the question. Okay, here's what we're not going to do. Okay? I'll let you speak. Now, you can have a respectful dialogue, and if you're talking about you're such a good woman, show it. If a woman is average, any woman, you or other, who has 2 children, does that increase her value to the market? Maintain it or decrease it? I don't care how great you think the kids are. We're talking about just bare numbers. Does it increase, decrease, or maintain?
Okay. Realistically, in this world, it decreases.
But if Kevin Samuels and Cynthia G are saying the same thing in both clips, then why was Cynthia G hating on Kevin Samuels, even mocking his death, like in a clip like this one?
And y'all know I wasn't one that watched The Kitten in Heels, but what I do know is that he was popularized by a bunch of bandits who ignored his existence when he was telling him how to get the track marks out of their drawers, how to get the crust out of their eyes and the stains from between their teeth. They didn't like him then, but the moment that he decided he wanted to upgrade his not even average at best but low value existence, because when he was married he couldn't even provide for his wife, he decided to jump on the internet and do what all these bandits do and use black women as a means to accumulate revenue. And he was very successful in doing that because he understood black female pathology and he also understood black male pathology. I never watched The Kitten in Heels. There is not one episode of his that I watched, and quite frankly, I couldn't understand, beyond black male worship and the low self-esteem of black women, why they would go to a struggle bandit, a failed one, who was in his 50s and wasn't even smart enough to take care of his own health, as he's sitting up there telling black women to take care of their health and lose weight in order to become validated. The bottom line is Worm Food Samuels was as much of a walking contradiction as any of these struggle bandits are. While they'll sit up and talk about black women need to step away from the table and they're obese, and they'll sit up and they'll even post the obesity rates, but what they won't tell you is that they're the most broke obese demographic.
And the reason is very simple, guys. You see, Cynthia G is the lady in the second clip that Kevin's talking about. And Cynthia G is also Kim Kardashian without the money, because she too was a single mom, just like the lady in the second clip, and Kevin broke that down. What is your value after having a child to a man usually? Without emotions? Usually, for a guy that has a lot of money and is single, it's decreasing. Doesn't make it true for everything, but it's decreasing. So then why is Cynthia G so upset with Kevin and his followers? For the fact is, white men should have standards. Black men should take whatever they should get. See, you as a black man should accept a single mom. Like, you shouldn't talk down on them, because a white man can get better, right? So a Kim Kardashian could never go to the white man with 4 black kids. But I guess a black woman should be able to go to the black man with those same 4 kids. You see the difference there? You see, she's saying the same thing for white men, but in general, all men, the same rules apply. Usually, now black men are a little bit more lenient on that, but the same rules apply. Men do not appreciate ladies, for the most part, that are coming to the table with somebody else's kids, usually because of financial difficulties, obligations, lack of disrespect, not being able to run the whole household, you know, the whole 9, right? That's the reason why. It has nothing really to do that these men hate children or they don't like women with children. It's all the other things that can happen that are not really a plus to a relationship to a man, especially for a man that don't got kids, or should I say don't have kids. But all in all, Cynthia G knows the truth. She just told us. So then why doesn't she tell her audience the same thing she just broke down about Kim Kardashian? Because she just told the same thing that Kevin was saying. There's no difference. The reason is because hate black men, you got to go ahead and do it because it makes money. It's going to be real. It's not about being objective. Because, hey, if it was me talking to black men and you are broke, you don't have any money, you're lazy, and you expect a beautiful woman, I don't care what color she is, white, black, orange, hey, we got to have a conversation about that. It doesn't make any sense. But if you can clearly break that down and then have the same attitude when a black man says the same thing about your group, that's called being dishonest. And that's exactly what that is. Well, guys, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Fair Use. I'm out. Subscribe with the bell. Peace.